All right, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It is Maple and I this morning. We're here at the Missouri Gulch Trailhead. So we're gonna do a Missouri Mountain today, another 14er, another trail guide for you guys. So like I said, Missouri Gulch Trailhead. This is the parking lot if you want to do Missouri Mountain as well as Belford and Oxford. As you can tell, we're midweek. It's a Tuesday and lots of cars, but it's not too bad. If this parking lot is full, just so you know, just like right down the way and like right here at the end of my finger, there's another little parking area. And there are numerous pullouts along the road to camp back down this way as well as down this way. And if you've seen our Huron video, if you go down this way towards Vicksburg, about another 4 miles, there's a little mining town, and Huron is actually up here as well. So a couple of 14ers in this area, but today we're focused on Missouri Mountain, Maple's first one. She's really excited. She keeps whining, so I think she wants to hit the trail. Let's go do it. All right, so here we are, Mount Belford, Mount Oxford. So you can do Missouri Mountain as well. All right, just met some dudes down here. We're gonna go rip it up, do Belford. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna dip into the Collegiate Peaks Wilderness today. So one of the key things is, since we have Maple, we want to keep her on a leash. So I'm gonna try to keep her on the leash the best I can. And got her leashed up to my waist belt here. Anyways, it should work good. And here's the trail map. I'm gonna start here and go up, and then we'll split right here and go up to Missouri Mountain. You can dip across through this Elkhead Pass and come up over here to Mount Belford, and then you can actually go over to Oxford and then back. So you can bag all three, but it's like an 18 miler. Pretty insane. Not gonna do that today. And off we go. We're gonna go down here to the left of the sign, and we're gonna cross the bridge and so forth. All right, so once you come through those steep switchbacks through the trees, and you're kind of just cruising along the ridge here, gradually climbing. You can hear the creek off over here to my left, and just still kind of working your way through the trees, almost to timberline. It's beautiful in here though, got some shade, which is nice. So I did leave the trail about a little after 7, and we did so just because, well, one, it took us a while to get here. We left at like 4:30 in the morning, but you can hear this raging creek behind me. It's normally here, but due to the recent rains, it had really like blown out. So part of the trails are up here. Part of the trail is actually washed away. I didn't really feel like navigating that in the dark because I didn't really know what it looked like. I had my headlamp, but I just didn't know how muddy it was. Some people reported that it felt like quicksand, so I felt like it'd be better to approach it in the more daylight. So yeah, anyways, we're still climbing up. Okay, we just got to this old little cabin. Obviously a really popular camp spot back in here. But we are about to break through the trees and finally hit some alpine. All right, give you guys the first views. This is Missouri Mountain here. This is Belford. You can kind of see the summits, that little point sticking out. There is some people up there. Then Oxford's kind of back there behind it too. So we're gonna kind of go up here, guys, and then we'll kind of shoot up here and then across. But yeah, first look at Missouri. Looks awesome. This is the main split. So to the left is the Belford-Oxford route, as you can see in front of me. And then to the right here says Elk Head Pass, which actually takes us to Missouri Mountain. Like I said, you could connect through Elk Head Pass and get back over here. Do you not like stopping? What's the issue? This poor lab, she's been here in the creek the whole way up. And she just wants to go and jump in it. But it's like raging every spot she goes to. She just is like so anxious, she wants to get in the water. So yeah, like I said, to the right, going towards Missouri. Yeah, you can see a lot of people coming off Belford. Kind of go up this rock slide and then up this grass. Up to the point you can see a lot of people coming down today, which hopefully means Missouri is a little less busy. But we'll find out. So this is where I was saying the trail gets washed out. You can see the trail comes through here and then it just disappears into this field. So gotta kind of navigate, but I'm guessing it's somewhere over here. So the trail comes through that big rock, you come across this little field here, get back on the trail right here. So this is looking back down the valley that you come up, and then you're still just kind of following this single trail up through the alpine. Then once you get here, you're gonna kind of work your way kind of to this little notch on the other side of this point, up to that ridge, and then kind of drop on the backside and go up to the summit there. All right, at the next junction, if you go straight on this trail, that takes you to Elk Head Pass. And if you go to the right, up this, that'll take you to Missouri Mountain. Some people do go this way on this Elk Head Pass, and then they go like up around here somewhere, and they can summit Belford that way as well. Pretty wild. Definitely not gonna do that. Sticking to the standard route here. Okay, almost to the top of this little grassy knoll. Kind of scoot over and then you'll hit this kind of rocky stuff. Come up underneath here, through the grass, kind of zigzag, and then up to the top. You'll go on the back side of the ridge, work your way across, and up to the summit there. So, still got some more climbing to do. People's resting in the shade. Good girl. Well guys, me and Maple are here, and we're just taking a rest. It's Maple's first 14er, like I said, so I'm just trying to make sure I stop kind of like a human and give her some water. Make sure I give her some snacks and some food just so that she stays feeling good, because dogs can kind of feel bad just like humans on 14ers, especially when you start going in elevation really fast. So we stopped here at about 13,100 feet here, and we're just kind of chillaxing. It's a little warm, but I keep pouring water on top of her and stuff just to keep her cool. Anyways, got a couple people coming down, and pretty mellow day so far. Just kind of chillaxing, and beautiful day. Just a couple little clouds. Pretty epic. First 14 is just kicking her butt. So she decides to sleep on the side of a mountain. Oh. Maple says a $5. Take a little break for her. Your armpit's doing okay? Some more. Alright, well, we stopped off at the little saddle right here. There's a big cairn. It's kind of hung out. Some beautiful views. As you can tell, the trail kind of is going to go up kind of around this thing. So we're just going to take our time, go really slow. We're both pretty tired. So I'm just going to go a little slow, see how we feel. So there's a little saddle, and you kind of climb your way up as we did and make your corner. There's the summit, that little point sticking out. There's some beautiful views up here though. It's amazing. The little view back down the trail, you can kind of see at the tip of my finger, kind of where that snow ends on that ridge. There's actually a couple people hanging out there. That's where me and Maple were hanging out, and then we kind of circled around, kind of came down, and now we're just coming up to the crux. Maple's soaking in the epic views. Looking over at Belford, Oxford. The summit is right there, guys. So we just kind of got to go up, and then there's a little bit of a down climb, and then up again. So still some up climbing, but we're getting really, really close. Maple's about to bag her first 14. So I'm a mountain goat, tough. Rocky Mountain mountain goat. Somewhere up here. Here's the summit. We're almost to the summit ridge. Here we go. Okay, here we are at the crux of the route. A little down climb. I think it's best to kind of go like this. Zigzag down, then across, and that last little push to the summit. It is in sight. This is gonna be the toughest part to get Maple down. She's whining, so I know she wants a break again. She's tired. All right, everybody. Maple and I made it to the summit of Missouri Mountain. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think we're both pretty beat. I'm super tired. I don't know what the deal is, but today I got my butt kicked on this mountain. The whole thing is like straight, like just all uphill. There's like hardly any breaks, which is pretty tough. And then, yeah, just like every 14er, it's straight uphill. And I'm learning that these are straight uphill. Doesn't matter what range, what class, they're all just... Anyways, we're just enjoying some views. At least I am. Maple's crashed out. Got some mountains back behind me. Kind of point them out to you guys. So, that's Columbia. That's Harvard. Also I have Yale right here. Princeton in the background. Huron is just on the other side of the little summit lump right here. And back behind me, Belford. And then Oxford, kind of that little hump way back there. We made it to the summit. Missouri Mountain. Oh yeah. So you can see where we started down off in the trees. We came up, pretty much through the whole valley. Splits right there to Elkhead Pass. Stay to the right. And we went up this grassy slope to here, then around this little point. And then you work your way up here to the summit. So rare to get the summit all to yourself on a bluebird day in the middle of 14er season. Nobody's up here. You Maple are just enjoying it. Man, this is epic. All right, guys, we are gonna head back down. Kind of show you the route we're gonna take, and we're just gonna take our time, get back down to where there's some water, and get Maple some water and filter some for myself. We're getting pretty close to being out. All right, for reference, we're gonna go down the little trail here, and then down right here, okay? And then we're gonna go up and down and around this guy, and then we're gonna shoot down this, down, meet up with the trail, and then out the valley. Okay, just be careful right here. Don't be going too far off that side, and don't go too far off this side. You kind of want to hang kind of right in the middle. You can kind of see this little zigzag right in here. That's where you want to go. All right, so there's the summit in the shade. Came down through the crux, coming up this. This is like probably the only uphill little section that you have going back down, because most of this guy is uphill or a gradual incline. Anyways, still ripping trail. Alright guys, we're here back at the main big cairn at the basically the main saddle, and you can see the summit over there and kind of the ridge that you're on the back side of when you approach it, so you can't see the trail. And of course we came down there, and now we're about to go down kind of this like steep slope right here, and then meet up with the trail back down here, kind of in the green stuff right about there, and go out. We waited at the summit for probably like 45 minutes, because there was a guy in front that we had met at the summit, and we let him kind of go in front of us because he said he was slower and he had an older dog with him. So anyways, we let him go and we watched him, and I never saw him get to the saddle right there. I don't know if he dipped off on that other ridge back there and was gonna go explore some other mountains. He had all of his pack on him, so camp and everything, but he definitely didn't come down this way. So anyways, that was a waste waiting for him. I could have just gone, which is a bummer because there was a huge cloud blocking the sun, and me and Maple could have used all that delicious shade going down, but now we're going down and it's a little warm. So we'll get down here to the creeks and cool off. Looking back up from the saddle, came all the way down. This is kind of about where the last single track, good class 1 I would say. And then after this it dives into more class 2 all the way up. We're back here at Elkhead Pass, Missouri Mountain split. That way it goes to Elkhead Pass, takes you up the backside, up to Belford, and then you can attach on Oxford. We're gonna head back down to the parking area. She knows it's close. Look at her, there she goes. She gone. Holy cow. This was her favorite spot on this trail, was up on this little alpine in the mud and the water. You can tell, look at her. She loves that stuff. Water is like nectar of the gods to a Labrador. Look at her. What do you think? These big horseflies hanging out on you. Made it through the Alpine stretch. And Missouri is way back there in the back of that basin back there. But if you find any value to this video, it's going to be right here. All right, so maybe the trail will be fixed by the time this video gets edited and launched, but as of now, which is like late July 2021, the trail goes right here and then it kind of cuts across this hillside. And it actually is supposed to wrap around this little first basin right here. But the rainstorms recently have just completely blown it out. So if you lose the trail, just stay around the side. So pretty much don't cut through all these alders and stuff. Stay around the outside and you'll be a-okay. So you can see the trail comes down right here and then it just disappears into this flowing mess of runoff from the rain. So you can see people have kind of made like a little mock trail over here for the time being. Not the best, but you understand why. It is what it is. We're back here. Remember, this is the first split, so the Elkhead Pass to the right, Belford Ox to the left. There's Belford. Missouri back there. We're heading out of here. Almost back down to the trees. It's a little log cabin, so we just got back into the trees. Some much needed shade. Oh man, now we're really close to being done. Probably only about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles, I'm guessing, in the trees. We'll see. We're on our way down, but we're out of water, so we get to Sawyer and get some of this fresh runoff. Guys, let's talk a little bit about the statistics on this hike since we're almost done. This hike is about 10.5 total miles from the trailhead to the summit. We're probably gonna do 11 because we parked a little past the trailhead. So you're talking 10.5 miles to the summit, 4,500 feet of elevation gain throughout the entire hike. It's listed as a class 2, just a regular class 2, but it is moderate on rockfall and moderate on exposure. I would say that is probably like a little overhyped. I don't think the exposure was that bad, like at all. And I think the rockfall was pretty insignificant. Clearly I didn't wear my helmet, so didn't really feel like it was necessary. However, the commitment is where I feel like it could be ramped up a little bit. The commitment is not rated that high. I feel like the commitment for this one is decently high just because you are hiking uphill for like 5.5 miles almost. So, I mean, you're just going straight up. I think we're on our last switchback. You can see how steep this hillside is. Here's where the next switchback is. It goes up. They just switch back all up through this timber. I think Maple's just about done. We stopped for a second. She just straight laid down. I didn't even see it on the way out, but there's a little gravesite right there. Right off the trail. I'm not gonna go check it out. Seems pretty creepy. What you think? We're all back. Maple's sleeping. She's super tired. But thanks for hanging out with us today while we hiked Missouri Mountain. That was a long one. I think we hiked for a total of 9 hours today. We were on the mountain for a lot longer than that, but 9 hours of actual hike time, and then 4,500 feet of elevation gain, 10.5 miles, about 11 miles because we parked a little bit from the parking area. We were going to camp out and do Belford and Oxford, but I think my partner's out of commission, so I think we're going to head home, let her recharge, and maybe hit another 14er here in a couple days. And we got some more 14ers coming up here soon. I know we're going to go do Elbert with the Boys and Girls Club. I plan to do Humboldt, and I still want to come do Belford and Oxford, and I still want to back Columbia this summer, so let's see if we can do it. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully you guys found that trail guide to be somewhat useful. Yeah, simple class 2 up the Northwest Ridge, which is a standard route. Thanks for watching, guys. It's Colorado Alpine. We'll see you guys on the next one.